Hey, Facebook Live. I am running late because, listen, y'all. So much just happened 10 minutes ago. It is ridiculous. I can't even believe what's going on. But wait, let me say this. I'm Shamel Jackson, the owner of Breaking It Down with C. Jackson and author of Wait, Women and Intimate Tales. And welcome to Sex, the Story Behind the Pleasure. If you're watching the replay, hey, thank you for watching the replay. Tell me where you're tuning in from, how you heard about the broadcast. But I'm here every Tuesday night, 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on this page. And also, you can follow me on Instagram and YouTube as well, Breaking It Down with C. Jackson. If it's your first time, if you're not shy, say hi. But if you just want to listen, that's fine too. But feel free to comment as you listen or after you listen, anything like that. But guys, first of all, before I even get into the topic tonight, which is wait for what, let me just tell y'all. As you can see, it's after 7 o'clock. Most times, I'm on this thing at 7 o'clock. First of all, this craziness started yesterday. So tonight, I'm in the library, in the room, finna start the broadcast. Phone was working fine, nothing was going on. So I get on my phone to change it to landscape. So it didn't work. Like, I kept tapping, wouldn't go to landscape. Then I said, okay, let me go live, get ready to set up. Can't get the Wi-Fi. Nothing was happening inside that library, y'all. I promise you, nothing was happening. But I was just on browsing the internet. Facebook would not let me do nothing. Not let me do anything. So I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So I'm trying for at least 5 minutes. So okay, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get in the car because I gotta go do this broadcast. No, this broadcast is gonna be done. Done. And I'm like, you got to be kidding. This has never happened. But guess what? Yesterday, I'm on YouTube. I upload all the broadcasts that I do. I put them on YouTube, so you can find them on there too. And last year, I used to do Periscope and not Facebook Live. And so I was going on there to look at some old broadcasts, y'all. First of all, looking at my old broadcasts, like, what in the world? But I was going on there looking at old stuff, and they didn't have sound, y'all. Do y'all hear me? Those videos did not have sound. Like, they had sound on Periscope, but they did not have sound on YouTube. Like, some of them had sound, but the ones I wanted didn't have sound. The ones I was getting ready to use did not have sound. I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. So that's why I'm laughing right now, because I'm like, this 2 days in a row. This not gonna happen. I'm gonna do this broadcast. I'm doing it. I'm doing it right now. So ain't no stopping this show. The show must go on, even if I gotta do it in a car, which I am. I'm dedicated to this thing. So welcome to Sex, the Story Behind the Pleasure. Wait for what? And so I titled that broadcast because I'm getting ready to have an event. Hey, Lacola, I'm getting ready to have. Sorry, y'all had to hear me vent about it, but I had to tell y'all that story because y'all probably that's why I'm late, because what's going on in the library. So I'm telling the lady I'm gonna be back. I just gotta go to my car. Like, I just got all my stuff and left, and so I got in the car. But anyway, I got an event coming July 22nd in Memphis, Tennessee, titled Queens in Waiting. And so today I wanted to kind of start talking about, waiting. So, and I want to start talking about why did I wait? Why am I waiting? Because that's what Queens in Waiting is about. It's about different women from different walks of life talking about why they waited, what's the waiting like, and just, and this is for teens, girls 13 to 17, because people don't tell you. They tell you to wait, but don't nobody really tell you how to do that. And so you kind of learn as you go sometimes. And so sometimes you make mistakes in the wait. But like I did. And so, love the title. Me too. You know what? I started to title this something else, and I was like, okay, let me just leave it at wait for what. So I left it at that. I didn't want my title to be a paragraph. So, I can write a book about anything. Well, not anything, but y'all know I can write a book on what I'm talking about, which I did. But I always say that now. But wait for what? So that's what I want to talk about. Why I waited. And, I'm going to talk about why other people waited and things like that. So the number one reason why I waited, which is very common, it's not like it's something new, but this some people may not know. But why I waited is because, number one, I got to see the way God sees sex. And so when I got that foundation when I was 15 to 16 in purity classes, that's why I wanted to obey him. And sorry, I'm trying to straight up here. I wanted to obey him. And so I got an understanding of how he views sex. And you know what? How I learned about sex at 16 has changed over almost 16 years. And so it has developed more knowledge about sex, especially how to wait. Like, I didn't always do wait. There's a method to the madness. It's a process on how you wait. And so that's what I'm going to get into next broadcast, not tonight, but I'm just telling you how I'm going to wait, why I'm waiting tonight. And so there's a process to waiting. And so my process may be different from yours if you are trying to walk in celibacy. And some people are not successful at being celibate because it's a science to this thing. And so, but anyway, my number one reason was, okay, I wanted to obey God. And so and he says, wait till you're married. And so people hear that all the time, but we don't understand why I gotta wait for what? But just wrap it up in short, because I talk about, the purposes of sex, and that leads into the why you should wait in other broadcasts, because it is such a strong connection with the person that you're having sex with. You guys become one, and I never want to do that with somebody. Okay, are they gonna be here tomorrow? Are they gonna be here the next day? Like, I want you to be with me. If I'm giving my body to you, I need you to be here. Like, you got a piece of me in you, and so I need you to stay. And so that's my reason. So that's it. But even though I did mess up in my I was 19. No, I was 18. I'm sorry. I did mess up when I was 18. I did the whole oral sex thing. But okay, you start over, move on, and you start over. Now I'm like, no, I'm not doing any of that. And y'all, it's so funny because my celibacy walk is totally different from my celibacy walk when I was 19. Like, when you know better, you do better. And so even though I didn't do oral sex, I did foreplay. So, the whole foreplay is like, foreplay is supposed to lead you to the big event. So why am I doing foreplay if I'm not going to do the big event? So that's one thing that has changed over the years, is the whole foreplay thing. So my celibacy journey has changed over the last couple of years. More than a couple of years. So that's the reason. But even if I didn't have, because there were times I'm like, man, bump this celibacy thing. I'm everyone's doing it, or so I think. I want to do it too. But I had to listen to like other experiences from other people. Even when I wasn't like thinking about what God said, I still had people that I knew that had, they had sex before, but of course it was a pleasure to them, but at the same time, there were some things they wish they had done revolving around sex, about, who they had sex with, or maybe there was a bad breakup, or things like that. And so I kind of like, those negative consequences that can come from sex if it's handled in a different way. And so I didn't want to deal with that. So that what kept me grounded. So that's another reason. I didn't want to deal with the negative consequences of sex. So that's why I stayed. Wanted to be celibate. So, but there are other reasons. A lot of people and I wanted to talk about this. I have a chapter in my book called The Purity Club. And so I'm in that club, obviously, and then there's 4 other women that are, some are virgins, some are not virgins. They talk about, and I asked them, why did you decide to be celibate? Why did you decide to be celibate? And most of them say, okay, religious reasons and advice from others. That's pretty much where they came from that. And so, and you know, people decide to be celibate for different reasons. Sometimes it's not a religious reason, and so some people are of different religions. But you know, I know people in other religions I've ran across, and they still have that standard, wait till you marry. So it's not just Christians who are saying this. And see, these people were Muslims, and so it's not just Christians saying it. So we can't just say it's a Christian thing. No, it's not. They're not just saying it's a Christian thing, that the way to marry is a Christian thing, is what I'm trying to say. There are other religions that say that. Well, I know the Muslims do, because I know a Muslim, and they said their culture was, okay, wait till you marry. So there you have it. But anyway, these people say they're gonna wait till they marry, and advice from others. So that's where mine came from. Advice from others, and you know, experiences from them, and of course that whole spiritual foundation. And so, y'all, I follow Meagan Good. I mean, anybody that's talking about celibacy in the, you know, the Hollywood spotlight, I follow and see what they're about. And of course, I follow their story a lot. And you know, Meagan Good was talking about, you know, she had been in past relationships, and you know, she wanted to do be celibate, but it didn't quite work out. And so she said, okay, well, we had sex and it didn't work out anyway, so I'm just done with that. So she just said she wanted to, you know, she said, you know, when you have sex, it's cloudy, your vision is clouded. And so that was another one of her reasons. She wanted to be healed emotionally, and so she just started walking in celibacy. And of course, if you don't know, her husband is Devon Franklin, and he said, you know, his reason was spiritual, for spiritual reason. He said he needed to practice what he preached. He needed to start living this lie. And he said, you know, if you can succeed at celibacy into marriage, you can just do about anything. I heard him say in one of the videos. But those are celebrities. And same thing with Russell Wilson. You know, it was a spiritual, you know, decision. So there you have, you don't just have women. You know, my last broadcast, a man asked, you know, why do women wait till they're married? Or why do women want to wait till they're married to have sex? So there's some reasons there. And so then you have some men that are saying similar things. They just want to wait, you know, honor God. Well, those two examples of Devon Franklin and Russell Wilson said they want to honor God. And yeah, thank y'all for coming in. Share the video if you think this will be helpful to someone. Please share that. And if you come in the middle, also you can catch me from the beginning. And so I'm holding my phone, y'all, by my steering wheel, because look, you gotta do what you gotta do. So I said I was coming on, I'm coming on. But yeah, that's the Purity Club chapter in my book. And I was talking to one of my cousins. She got the same name as me, y'all, but I'm older. But I always tease her about that. Like, you got my name spelled different. That's okay. She was telling me that, you know, one of the favorite parts in the book, she said, and she never shared this with me until Saturday on page 57, but you can find it after every chapter in the book. There are some questions, a couple of questions that I call something to think about, and you can see them here, something to think about. And so the question that I have is, would you consider being celibate until marriage? Why or why not? And so, y'all, I'm trying to watch, you know, my surroundings as I'm doing this broadcast. I'm like, who is this walking up to me? You just look, you gotta watch. And so, would you consider being celibate into marriage? So if you're not married and you're, you know, dating someone or not dating someone, would you consider being celibate? Would you consider abstaining from sex until, well, maybe you don't want to wait till you're married. Okay, would you abstain for 3 months? You know, would you at some point in your life want to try celibacy? And if so, be careful out there. I know, right? I'm at the library. They have security somewhere, but I'm just watching. You just don't know. I got my door is locked. And so, but if some go down, y'all. Yeah, look, I don't want to be that Facebook video to go viral in that way. So let me go viral in a good way, as you know, sex the story behind the pleasure. So, you know, but anyway, it's just too much. Hey, Nina. But well, answer that, you know, if you want to answer that question, if you want to comment, if you want to inbox, would you consider being celibate into marriage? Why or why not? You know, I would like to hear both sides. If you want to, why? If you don't want to, why? You know, maybe you just say, look, I love sex. I don't care. I'm going to sleep with anybody I want to. Okay, you can do whatever you want to. That's your choice. Everyone has a choice, but I'm just asking a question. But there are other questions in here that I have for each chapter. This particular chapter has 4 questions. And so the first one is, would you consider being celibate until marriage? And you can write there. It's really awesome. Even as I'm looking at it, I'm reflecting on I'm just reflecting my own self. Are you nervous about being celibate into marriage? Let's say you decide to be celibate. Some people don't know how to do that. Like, that's why we're having Queens in Waiting in July. So if you want to be celibate, you will know how. You'll get some feedback. Okay, how you do it, girl? Like, how you do that? Like, how you be celibate for 30 plus years? Like, what is the secret? In fact, I titled a broadcast I did last year, My Secret. How do I do this? Look, I always say, to be entrepreneurs, it's not for the faint in heart. So is celibacy. It's not for the faint in heart. But that's not a broadcast. How do I wait? So, any questions y'all have? Like I said, I'm just prepping for this event. In July 22nd. It's coming look, it's like a month away, y'all. I'm like, oh my God, it's a month away. But I'm excited. So right now it's 5 panelists, and I'll talk more about the panelists in the next couple of weeks. So it might be hard, but I believe I can do it. Yes, you can. You can do it, Nina. Yes. You can do it. Look, I'm all about loving basketball. Tell us your secrets. Yeah, I'm gonna tell my secrets. I think that's I'm gonna talk about that next week. Telling, how do you wait? Like, how you do that? Like, what does it mean to wait? Like, how? Whether it's for 2 weeks, to each his own. You gotta take baby steps in this thing, because you're used to having sex a lot. You might not. You can wait till you marry, but I'm saying, let's say, okay, let me just get through the week with no sex, and then let me go to 2 weeks, then let me go to 3 weeks, let me go to 4 weeks and 5 weeks. So yeah, look, it's not for the faint of heart. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not for the faint of heart, but it's rewarding. It's rewarding. And so but anyway, Queens and Wayne, you just know, I don't know how it's gonna play out. I just know that's the plan for Queens and Wayne. So if you know a team, if you want to sponsor a team, that's awesome. Of course, if you're watching this video, if you're not 13 to 17 and you want to sponsor a team, contact me. I would love to have them. Please remember, it's just for the teens, girls, not for the parent and the teen. So there'll be media release forms there, because there will be pictures taken. Please be mindful, there will be pictures taken. Now, I haven't done videos of the kids at these events, because for the simple fact, it's a very personal, sensitive topic, and so I'm going to respect that. So, but anyway, there will be pictures taken, and I'm excited about it. Y'all see, look, I think I'm going to get a new shirt made. I said I'm going to get a new shirt made for this event. This is just my book cover shirt, but I'm finna upgrade, y'all. I'm finna upgrade for the Queens and Wayne event. So I don't know if the panelists gonna have the shirts or not, but I know I'm trying to do an upgrade for this event. And I'm looking forward to it. But y'all got any questions? If you have any questions about the event, feel free to say so. But yeah, that is why I waited, and that's why other people have waited. I mean, there are other reasons, but those are the ones I'm most common with, as I like to talk about the most. I just think their stories are awesome, and I always want to hear about other people that have waited. Not just because they still, even though I'm waiting too. Your waiting story can help me as well. There can be some other things that I can do to wait. So I'm not closed off to your suggestions on how you wait. Like I said, my celibacy journey has changed since I started this thing. So you know what? That's what I'm talking about. Next Tuesday, I'm gonna get some few niblets on. Did I say that? Is that the right word? Niblets, tidbits? I don't really know. Nuggets. That's what it is. A few nuggets on how my journey has changed, and you know, what I'm doing, and you know, it's all good, y'all. It is all good. But I'm gonna get out of here. The devil. He didn't want to do this broadcast. It is done. It is done, and it's gonna post. I'm sorry, y'all, but I had to do it in my car. That's okay. It is done. Call it done. But thank y'all for tuning in, and I hope to see you next Tuesday, 7:00 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's all good. But you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Breaking It Down with C. Jackson, and share this video if you think it will help somebody. So you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm gonna go back here and get my stuff and leave the library, because I had to run out of there and do the broadcast. Talk to you guys later. Bye.